Hello, carpet cleaning world, and welcome to the Tuesday Night Revolution show with your host, Roger Lloyd. And we have a very special guest who came back to us. This is his second visit. YouTube sensation, Mark Saiger. Everyone, Mark Saiger. Right, Mark.
That's quite a buildup. I don't know if I can live up to that, man.
You can. So, Mark, the last time you were here, a little over a year ago, you were basically a carpet cleaner, and well, you still are, I guess. And you were the guy on YouTube that we all came to, even yours truly, that we would call when we had a problem with our equipment.
Yep.
And you would talk to us. And I mean, you were even so kind to me when I called you before I really got to know you. And you even gave me the link to a screen. I know you probably don't remember.
I do. It was a demo valve.
Right.
Yeah.
And, before that, Mark, I could actually go to my local John Don's and, be face to face with a carpet cleaner. And I could say, hey, guy, I have a problem with a valve or a screen or whatever the situation may be. And they were like, oh, well, aren't you at John Don's? Yeah, go ask one of the guys in the back there. Get out my face, kid. And so then when let's see. Let's give him a minute. We lost him for a second. Let's see if he can come back here. Oh, this was just about to get good. Come on back, Mark. I'll give him about a second here, and then I'll bring him back in, and I'll give him a call, and so he can know that he is not well, I guess he does know that he left for a second here. Wow, that's crazy. I wonder what happened to his connection there. I know Mark had just came home from being on a tour, or he's been gone for 3 months here. So we're just going to try to give him a call here and see what went wrong. Well, he just hit me back here. Rebooting the phone. Okay. Like I just said, let's give Mark a minute. He's rebooting the phone. He's just coming back off a 3-month business venture there. And he's texting me back here. He just said he was rebooting his phone so he can come back and join us, because this is one you could really don't want to miss. All right, let's see what he just said here. I could hear you, by the way. Just one more minute. No problem. Let's tell Mark, no problem. He's definitely worth the wait, right? Good old Mark Saiger. So we have Mark Saiger in here tonight, and he's going to talk to us about his new ventures. There he is. Hey.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
That's all right, my friend. I was just getting ready to tell the guys that you're a 3rd generation cleaner. And the last time you were in here, you were the guy that we all talked to when we had a problem with our equipment or something. And you were just so nice that it was kind of weird, because as I just said, you would talk to the guys around here in the neighborhood and they were like, get away from me, kid. I'm not going to tell you nothing. So when I called you, you could have just said, here's the screen. Good luck to you. And you actually went the whole 9 yards and got me the link. And of course, I ordered about 2 or 3 of them, and my problem was solved. And that's just one of many stories that, guys would tell you about Mark Saiger. If you ever go to his YouTube channel, Mark is a big fan of the great Eric Hiltz zipper. He has a 50 million videos of the zipper there. If you ever think about buying one of those zippers, and Mark even have some from the good old Rotovac and things like that. So you guys check out Mark Saiger's channel. But Mark, that was a year or so ago. What you got going on now, buddy?
Well, I think since that last time everything was happening and we were talking, I think we released Code Red a little over a year ago, less than a year ago. I can't remember. And then, we were working on some things. P Lime Zyme came out because of our Saiger side sauce. We had a sauce. I had to go with like a food theme, I guess, but it's not consumable. But this past year, and just now as of a couple days ago, we released what we called Saiger Tsunami, a tile and grout cleaner. And you can use it as a booster, but it's a powdered tile and grout cleaner, and it's a high pH. It's up there at the top of that pH scale. I got everybody just bopping in here. I should have tried to shut off my other service, but so we just released that. The nice thing about it, we were calling it Saiger South. That's a little place I have down out of Clearwater Beach, Florida, in Palm Harbor. Right. And I was fortunate. I have some other I got carpet cleaning friends all over the place, which is really great. We talk about networking. So I had some cleaner friends down there right in that area that some had smaller truck mounts, some larger, some no truck mounts, and we were able to then do a lot of field testing with our product. And then I had a couple other testers that do a lot of commercial tile and grout with what they were looking for. They were able to give me some great feedback. So we had 4 different versions we ended up with till we've settled on what we have now, our new Saiger Tsunami. Just released it. And John Don, we were just in communications again with them, and it sounds like they'll be placing an order to get that in, but it's going to be 2-3 weeks before they might even get in the stores. Right. So that was, some stuff, and I'm working on a couple other projects. I've had a couple projects I've been working on since like 2016. I just haven't taken the time to really refine them and spend some more time with my chemist and stuff. My chemist is in Atlanta, Georgia. I work with Harvard Chemical. Right. And I have for a long time. Yeah. And I don't hold that back because I want people to know that, I work with a company that we have meetings, we're able to network, and, videos, the YouTube videos, the private ones I can share with them, pictures, pH testings in the field, so, a number of different things. It really has helped us to develop our product more efficiently, better, and really get some, being able to tweak and test and then even our chemists to see certain things. So today's industry, with social media and with YouTube and just our phones, it's helping us a lot, more than ever did 15, 20 years ago when I started. Well, 15 years ago, I lose track of time, but over 15 years ago when we started working with Harvard. And we kept everything we were working on just for our own family's use. We had no desire to go outward and take this thing out like it's gone. It was never in our thought and mind. And trying to be helpful, which someone would ask, "Hey, can I get some of that to try?" Sure, we'll send you some. And it evolved. And so being nice maybe is paying off. And I hope to still instill even to our entire family. That's always our motto. My dad instilled that in us. My dad is going to turn 82 years of age, and he put some big shoes for me to fill because he mounted 32 truck mounts for free to help get carpet cleaners get started. Gordy Skirstedt out of North Dakota is one that tells the story, and telling you, the guys would pay for it and buy the equipment stuff, but my dad would be making parts to make them into direct drives, things like that. And people were saying it can't be done, and my dad was doing it, but my dad did it for free. He would never take money from a new cleaner trying to get started, and that was just the way it was. So he instilled that in myself and my family, and my being helpful to others now is also paying off, and from my dad's being helpful, people are buying our product. Right. Again, never even thought a moment about selling them, any of it, honestly. So there's some days I'm thinking I should have just kept it secret and lived a simpler life. But it doesn't go that way, which is still positive. There's many blessings that have come from it too. Honestly, a lot of blessings. So. Right.
Well, you said the Tsunami, so that's the tile and grout cleaner. Yep. Yeah. The last time you were in here, you had just released the Code Red.
Yeah.
You also have. Do you still have the Saiger sauce blue and
Yep.
yeah? Mhm,
Our top seller is actually our original Saiger sauce one, the blue.
mhm.
We did, speaking of blue, we did come out with a rinse. We were working on a rinse for quite a while, and we did finally release that. Also, less than a year ago, it's our deep blue, all fiber, all purpose rinse. It's on the acidic side, but yet has a little cleanability. I just saw some things I wanted to have in a rinse, and things take time. For us, the way we test things and do things, I want to put it through paces, because the idea, my opinion is, once I release a product, if I don't release it, I don't have some ducks in a row, and I don't feel what my goal was reached, and we won't have an opportunity to be successful. So it doesn't maybe work for everyone, their cleaning styles, but our basic goal was to at the beginning, no butyls, no NTAs, no solvents. We limited oxidizers. Our Code Red does have an oxidizer and a protein type enzyme, but we were trying to do safer chemistry. Now the Tsunami, no, it's not going to be as safe as our other products, but it doesn't contain a butyl or a dilamamine either. None of our products have dilamamine, but you're getting a higher pH material. So I never want to say that it's a safer product being on a higher pH. What we were going for, the safer chemistries that could clean at the original thought. So yeah, it's just been a goal of seeing what I can do with, again, the partnership of Harvard, what we can do in teamwork up to change and make some chemistry, some little different chemistry. So
Wow.
yeah.
So, Mark, now on the spot remover side,
Yeah.
am I correct that you have a spotting kit, or
Yeah.
do you just have some spotters?
No, we have a spotting kit. My main part of the spotting kit was some of the spotters that are in the kit, in the Harvard kit. Again, I was fortunate to have input on some making of some things in there, or the change of the products and the performance in a positive manner. So there was no. I don't do just private labeling. My opinion is there's some products out there, like we were inspirational. We wanted, like our Saiger sauce line, but it's all Harvard chemical spotters. Yes, me and my family did have some input on some of them, but we were the idea. I'm not going to go out and add something into the mess of the mix of all the chemistry out there if we don't need to. So it's just my bag was important to be able to close on the top for the safety of children, but close with sprayer heads on. So I searched for that. Right. I did do business locally with a friend, to try to circulate some business also locally with the bag. I've got a Tom Conway agitator that he has in there, which is really nice. I really enjoy that too. And it has a jet changer on it, and an important part, a bottle opener. Oh. So, but tamping brushes, a gum getter, I put things in there that we would use. Now, does it have everything in it that we would use, in our van, or some other things? No, but it's got really a lot of items for helping you do spot and stain type removal. So there are a couple things we're still working on. I don't know if I'll add them to the bag, but there's a couple things I've been working on. I don't know, again, if they'll ever come about. Just time. But yeah, it's not a big profit maker by any means. It's we know we offered it with the idea that you'll get a chance to use these items. You can see what they can work, and then you can restock whatever you'd like in the bag also if you choose. So, but everything that's in there is stuff that at some point or another we run into the need for it. Some things we use a lot, like our Just Like Magic, which is an oxidizer. For red removal, we have a stain blaster, which is in there, for heat transfer. Yeah. But our dissolvable dilamamine, we water that down. We always tell people water it down because it's easier to rinse, of course, being a dilamamine. Also, it's an expensive product. It's very, very full of a lot of punch and power. So we tell them to water it down, and it'll go a long way. And then, a few other things in there. But, some of the stuff we use a lot, some of the stuff not as much.
So let me ask you this. What would be the equivalent in your spotting kit to Power Gel?
Gelzov, actually, we have a Gelzov product in there that is a dilamamine base, and it stays sitting on top of the product versus like penetrating like the Dissolve All liquid would. But right. It's called Gelzov, and I've had a lot of positive input from people. And of course ourselves as we experiment with things. The new colored silly putty stuff or whatever the kids are making out of the glues and stuff.
Right.
We've been experimenting with a lot of things, and I know other people have too out in the field. And we found the Gelzov. My son-in-law Aaron just told me last week he was having the best success with that product, removing some of that silly putty stuff, homemade,
right,
whatever they're calling it. I can't even think of what it is, but yeah,
slime.
Yeah, slime. Yes, there we go, slime.
Yeah.
So and who knows that again? These are being homemade slimes, so you don't know exactly how they use it or put it together. So I'm going to say you're always going to be ready for a variation. We have a pogo in there. We're armed. We can come in armed as well as we can be. Let's just put it that way. And the only thing you would need to add would be a pair of scissors otherwise. And as some people, my brother one time told me, "Oh, you have silver remover in the bag, don't you?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? Silver remover? Scissors." Oh, I got it. Okay. Wow. Yeah.
What was I going to add? It's kind of scary in our industry now. More guys are not doing the spot removal as they once did. That just baffles me. I mean, I know I'm considered an older cleaner, but if I go in someone's house and there's this eyesore of a red stain in the middle of the carpet, now I'm going to clean it. I'll clean the carpet. Now it's brighter. Now that red eyesore really stands out. And I just can't believe to just tell a client, I need you to sign this piece of waiver or whatever and state that, I'm not going to get that. I mean, at least you should try. You'd be surprised what a heat transfer can do. It can turn a red stain pink. I mean, it can do something at least try. I mean,
and like you and I both know, and if there's young cleaners listening to this, a lot of times we encourage you to rinse first because you don't know what the homeowner has used, and to avoid another chemical reaction, or you might see they use something that's already going to start removing color, or it did remove the color, it's just being hidden by some of the gunk and stuff on it. So yes, I agree. It's OCD for me, man. I can't. There's sometimes I would not sleep thinking, did I really give it all I could on that spot? What is it I missed? And I don't know. Again, maybe instilled with us since we've been doing it so long, and I instilled the same thing in my people. My son-in-law really takes it with a mission too to make it as perfect as possible. Matter of fact, on my trip here, he sent me some pictures. He goes, "Have you heard back from Vicky?" Because there was a lot of like coffee yellow and tea stains in this one job he did the other day, and treated it with the oxidizer just like magic to leave it there, kind of a walkaway thing. And I said, "No, I haven't, but we'll give her a call just to double check, because you never know. Sometimes those stains go away until you see them sometimes uptown or make a phone call." So, but my son-in-law Aaron does take that with a mission, the same as me with the OCD, to get it done and see if we can't get it. I did have one time I had a linen couch. I kind of gave up. I went, you just kind of, as you get older, you go, okay, don't go too far, make it worse, but just go far enough to, see if you can get it. But then there's sometimes you wave the white flag or throw in the towel a little bit. So I left, and I was calling the client, said, "I tried really hard. There's going to be a little slight blah, blah, blah to it." She calls me up, "Mark, there's nothing at all remaining." And I called Aaron. I said, it's gone. He says, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I got it completely out when you left." I'm like, so young, but so, kudos to him. And at the same time, that's a hard judgment call. How much do you keep trying? So,
and it's just funny how you see all these videos, because everyone's taking videos doing their jobs now, because that's the end thing now. They post them on our pages. And there was one guy that posted a job the other day, and I mean, he cleaned the heck out the carpet, Mark, but it was these red stains right in the middle of the carpet. Like, I wanted to go through the video and just give him some red raid or red relief or your red stuff. I just wanted to give him something. Just try. Like, he was just going, he was just wanding. He was so proud. The part was coming clean, but how can you feel secure to collect this lady's money and you like somebody come over, they're going to be brutal. They're going to be like, did you just say you got your carpets clean? Oh yeah. Well, the guy was nice. He said he couldn't get them out. The guy was nice. He didn't even try. It's just they don't realize, like, it's not about just buying a Conway wand or a Tony Dang wand or buying the most powerful truck mount on the market. You have to have some type of knowledge and chemistry on how to get out spots. Right. I mean, red stains. This was the first thing that we took the classes at John Don years and years ago when
probably Bill Yeadon did it.
What'd you say?
Bill Yeadon was probably teaching it. If he hears that, so he'll give me static. But no,
he was just here 2 weeks ago. We were just talking. Awesome. Yeah, he was just in here 2 weeks ago, and it was just funny because like he just shakes his head at the industry now. It's just like he's trying to be nice, but it's just and
he's hilarious. Love
he
that
is.
Man.
Bill's a great guy.
Yeah,
Mark, tell me, are you doing anything with encapsulation?
I don't do as much NCAP as my brother Kirk does. Kirk has the Cymex machine in the family. Right. And so we do have a couple NCAP products of Harvard's we use. We were working on an NCAP product and been going on. And then Harvard got some things, really some cool things on some NCAP, new changes, new things in NCAP that we were very excited about. And we were working about putting that into a Saiger's line. And then I said to him, I said, we need to benefit all. Just move it into the line, and then let's give it some time, and let's see if we can't outdo it a little bit later too. But let's give it some field time as well too. But they improved their bone dry and their Oxy NCAP Pro because of we were working to make a Saiger's NCAP, and so for NCAPing, I use NCAP. Some upholstery stuff. I'll use NCAP on. I use our bone dry actually on a lot of upholstery cleaning, even with extraction. And I use NCAP, the bone dry, sometimes cleaning wall-to-wall wool. And, still rinse, of course. pH is really nice. It just does a nice job of cleaning, and it's just subtle on those kind of fibers. So, it's kind of interesting. We've tried some of the same surfactants and cleaners without the NCAP also. So, and we are working on a wool safe product here. And then again, but that's been going on 3 years, and I'm just kind of letting the cat out of the bag. We'll see how it evolves. But I'd like some of the things we're experimenting with. I'd like to see if we can't evolve something again.
Let me ask you another question, you being a third generation cleaner and all. Mark, and I know I'm going to get my head chopped off by the viewers in this, but I got to ask another veteran.
Sure.
Do you feel it's a little difficult after you've been hot water extracting so long to take a CRB machine in with a bottle of brush and bonnet, and you tell the client, hey, a residential client, hey, I'm getting ready to clean your carpet. I'm getting ready to get the ground in soils, and I just like me personally, and I don't know, maybe it's just me over here in Pottstown, PA, but I tried to take an OP machine in a client's house and I have been cleaning for a while, and she was like, wait, Roger, I love you. I love you. She said, what's that? I was like, oh, this is our winter cleaning system. This is called encapsulation. She's like, wait. And she was trying to be nice. And she was like, just stop right now. She's like, where's the hoses and and I was like, oh, no, ma'am. See, we use that in the springtime now. We use this for the winter. She's like, you know what? I'll wait. She said, I'll wait till the springtime. She was not going to let me. And I tried, and I'm a salesman. I tried to talk to her, and I was like, oh, no, this is the new method. And she was like, you know what? She was like, I'm just going to wait. I was like, you know what? If you give me an hour, I'll be right back with my truck now. It's a different way of cleaning. There are, we just had in the Ronald McDonald House in Las Vegas, and
We steam cleaned, of course,
Mm-hmm.
but we ran into one of the rooms that somebody had been in for 2 years. And, they've been vacuuming, pre-vacuuming, but we didn't catch that they've been using like a carpet fresh type product, a powdered product of vacuuming, which doesn't vacuum out well at all. And and you can't get it out, especially after 2 years of them been doing it in the carpet. And then you go in and you steam clean it, and it wicks back all this white powder.
Oh.
So the only thing that I found has been successful, first of all, I've gone back and recleaned some of them. I brought in 4 vacuum cleaners one time on a job and an air compressor to try to keep them all running to get out as much of the carpet fresh I could out of it. And then I've actually found that I'll use an end cap pre-spray and an end cap rinse. I don't use end cap rinses just except for this limited time because I find they plug the machines and will plug up a higher heat machine too. But we found that the end cap will help with that type of situation. Now, at the Ronald McDonald House, we're all done. We had it, and there was so much. They came in with a pre-spray. An oxy pre-spray would have been great there too. We didn't have an oxy one or an oxy, like a bone dry oxy or an end cap, but they went in with a pad, a really good pad, and some chemistry that was able to go in and help pull out some more of that residue, neutralize it a little bit better. So that took care of this wick back problem. Now, does that mean that we could get all of that out of the carpet? No, we'll all be realistic because, again, we vacuum forever and you just can't get it all out. So, but an end cap, I feel, is going to give them a chance to vacuum it out because it will. Otherwise, you keep getting that kind of stuff wet. It just keeps exploding and powdering and silting out. So there was a great place. Now, if I were to go into one of my regular clients that I've been hot water extracting a ton, I'd have the same probably difficulty of selling it.
Right.
But yeah, I come from 52 years of being steam cleaners.
Right.
So,
right.
Back in the day, it was against the, shampooers. And do you remember the cans of Glory? It was the Glory cans that you spray on and mop on with a mop, and then they're supposed to vacuum out later. On the old generation nylons with jute back, and they were orange colored or green colored sculpted. Oh my gosh, I remember watching my parents destroy a couple of those carpets with cans of Glory before they went into the steam cleaning business with a portable. So, things have evolved. And again, as I was just mentioning, we've been working on things to evolve things too. And, there's people that take the end cap really, really serious that are working on chemistry to help that. So it's, one of those things you can't eliminate that in your bag of goodies and tools to fix stuff. I had one when I brought back a gal from Florida about 2-3 years ago, Sarah Hansen. She had a Vibe that we had, and she bought there from the Mikey's Fest thing. Right. And I'm like, I had one that was being a little problem in a commercial job, and I said, I'm using this thing since I'm transporting it all the way home. I'm going to use it on this problem job. I was just stoked to try it. And wouldn't you know it, they were waiting for me when I got home. So I didn't get a chance to use it. I was so excited to try it. Yes, we do. My name is Saiger Steam Clean. So we use a lot of steam cleaning. But I don't poo-poo the other stuff unless there is poo-poo.
Right. Oh, my God.
So there's a place and a time for it. There's definitely a place. But yeah, a lot of my clients do want hot water extraction. I'm in upper northern Minnesota, Midwest, and as I just got home and I'm looking at all the mud and everything here going, oh my gosh, I'm faster to be able to, in my case, steam clean that stuff out. With the equipment I have, with the equipment I have. So, yeah.
But
tough discussion, isn't it?
No, it's just funny because I have a guy up here. He's a good friend of mine. He's actually in this group. He probably watching because it's you. But the point is, he's up now. His videos are phenomenal that he makes for the Facebook and YouTube or whatever. But I mean, now we kind of work in the same area. I'm just dying to just be a fly on the wall when he goes in one of these residential clients' homes. And he's like, okay, I'm going to end cap your carpet. And I'm like, well, how do you die? I just want to watch and hear what he says and watch these clients say yes. Because I mean, we're in the same area. I can't do it. They're just like, where's that video with you? They even want the roto back. Where's that video with you with that rotary machine? That looked really cool. I got a hard time, with the wand after I put that video out there, and they see all this stuff going up the rotovac tube or whatever.
Yep.
And so I'm like, wait a minute, you mean after almost 29 years, I can't sell carpet cleaning?
Well, it's interesting you say that because, I cut my teeth on, you can say we were drag heads. Then we went to wands when they came out. And then RX20s, for years, even in residential. And then to, high flow wands, CRBs, wanding, now we carry everything. But, it's really tough just to say I'm going to do this. I'm fortunate with a number of people. They will trust me if I come in and say, here's how we're going to fix it. So if I choose whatever method, there'll be some rejection, but there'll still be people that trust me. Another thing though, that you brought up a point, some of today's new microfibers that are coming out, like we've been working with Contech and seeing, and I toured their factory and facility. Oh my gosh. And their microfiber is actually designed to be used one time and disposed of. Because microfiber will still hang on to things and cling on to things, even when you and me are trying to wash them and make them go. But even on some of the upholstery and stuff I'm doing, we've been using some of their pads to try. I'm telling you, Rod, I'm really amazed at some of today's microfibers. And Jim Pemberton has been doing some articles on microfiber and how it's changed. And because of Contech, and Contech is spelled Contec. And I know that John Don's going to start carrying them, and I think Interlink has got them as well too at this time. But it's really cool, Roger. If you get a chance to work with it, I'm pretty blown away by what I've learned this last year. And Anne, who used to be with CTI, is she's
Anne Bellenhallow.
And yes, thank you. Yes, wonderful lady, wonderful gal. And I've just really been impressed by what I'm learning. So, just see some of the cleaning that's coming about, even without using chemistry right now, with some of their pads or, some of their, it's a microfiber towel, microfiber pads, some things they're doing. Even the pads are doing. Their R&D department, when I visit them, is amazing, and how they think outside the box right now. So there's some things that could change in the future that I think will benefit, the steam cleaning side as well too, and agitating, follow up. Boy, I've used some of their pads even when we did tile and grout out in Vegas, and maybe it's some footprints and stuff too. But it's amazing what we're leaving behind, even on hard surface. Sometimes we're not getting off. Again, I'm amazed. If you and I get together on this, I'd love to, show you. And if you see some of the things I've seen in this last year, I'm telling you, man, I'm encouraged. I'm excited about it. I am.
Hey, at the next experience, I'm going to buy you a drink, and we're going to sit back and laugh and have a talk. We can't talk about this in front of everyone.
No. Well, and I know I was just given some other kind of insider information today on another company and some stuff coming out, and I'm just like busting at the gills to tell people, but it's like, oh my gosh, awesome, and so the future is bright in our industry. Manufacturers and people are working on new things, new methods, new tools, listening. They're listening to us out in the field too. Does that mean they're going to listen to all of us? No, because sometimes we're repeating what another 1,000 of them are saying, and it's, they've already heard it. So I guess don't feel like you haven't been heard, but it does take time to develop some of these things, breakthrough things.
You're right. Well, Mark, tell me about this CRB and this brush and bonnet system that they got going on.
Well, now the Contech doesn't have that going on, but but they've got just microfiber towels, thin throwaway pads that go under certain things they're doing. We've been using it for putting down our super sealer, doing some other follow-up cleanup, doing some upholstery cleaning. They're just thin towels, microfiber, made by Milliken, I believe, there in South Carolina. But I have heard some rumor about some stuff, maybe CRB. I don't know if it'll come about. The bonnet pad stuff, definitely there's some things happening there. I don't know. There's new things just happening, new things being worked on and experimented with. Hardest thing is if if you release them, like I've mentioned, if you release it early and it hasn't been tried and true and tested enough, you know how it'll go. It'll be epic failure and then won't have a chance to evolve, even if it needs changes later. You have to have a really good product or a system that's there. And then if you have to tweak a little bit later, you can, but you don't want to come out and like when I was racing for certain people and certain things, we always said, well, we're the test pilots now. Lucky us, as we're out there trying to win and stuff and, get a not very well tested machine. So.
Well, the thing is, like, I like the CRB. I actually like with this whole CRB thing, like it's brand new. I laugh at these guys. I mean, the host system has been out since I can remember. I used to have a host machine before anybody even thought about the CRB because first I wanted to offer dry cleaning as well as steam cleaning. And then I got in the house. I didn't like the sponge and all that. I didn't like it. So I still had this machine that I spent $1,200 for. Yeah. So I said, well, you know what? I'll use it to agitate. And so then when you hear these guys come out now like, oh, the CRB is awesome. You know what? I use it for agitation. Yeah. And I'm like, guys got to be kidding me.
I know. And or they've been sitting in their closet for how many years? 10 years? Now all of a sudden, hey, look, this might work for agitation. We're a crazy bunch. Carpet cleaners are a crazy bunch. Like I tell a lot of these people I work with, like the other manufacturers, I'm like, you might have made it for one purpose, but us as carpet cleaners are not going to read the instructions and we're going to do it differently. So just be prepared and try to think like a carpet cleaner. And I know you won't be able to think or take into account for everything someone's going to do, but you try to do that. So, kind of fun, but also at the same time going.
See, we can laugh at this. We can laugh at the old stuff. We can laugh at the new stuff. But see, you got to be careful with these new cleaners because they be ready to take our heads off. Oh, you're just old school. You don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
I'm like, this Mark Saiger guy. He don't know what he's talking about. He's been teaching this crap for God knows how long. No. And I've been cleaning with host and steam clean. I still got portables. I'm going to sell, probably give away some of these portables that I have from like decades ago. I mean, it's just you
should see what we've got, Roger. My parents just actually moved out of their home and they're downsizing. So in the shop, we used to make, and our family used to make these stainless steel, looked like coffee urine sitting on top of a stainless steel base, big, heavy. My goodness, I got the specs up here. A 2-inch Suterbilt, 2-inch horsepower electric. You had a ceramic sealed water pump. Vac was set at 15 to 16, dude, on these things on a portable. And they were heavy, 3 parts, you put them together. Well, we have machine number 1. My brother's now got it in Bemidji. We made sure we had that. There was like a couple there. It's I'd have to sometime post a picture again. I've posted a few times online, but it's pretty crazy to see. And our family was making those too. We bought out the factory. There was one time Steamtronics that was doing it, and oh my goodness, and Deep Steam. We were Steamtronics, and then there was Deep Steam Corporation, and there was a few that were selling them, but we were making those up by the Canadian border in North Dakota for a while. Nixie, North Dakota. And then in the front was a barber shop. And in the back, they were welding up the machines, doing it, building them. You weren't making a lot of them a year, by the way. But so now I look at it and I think about if we would have only known what we could have done with 20 and 40 volume back then.
My God.
Barbers in the family, no clue. Had no clue at that time.
Hey, I'm going to make you laugh real quick. How about the old Castex Steamex machines with the drag wand? With the clear tube that would crack if you didn't be careful.
We when we operated drag heads too with our units. So it was lead weighted on the top, and then it was a poured aluminum. And so every summer, my job was to take these 2 sticks of stuff that you'd put on the grinding wheel, so to speak, or buffing wheel, and you'd be buffing this cast iron or cast aluminum heads. And I'm like, I had no clue at the time what I was doing or why I was doing it, but that's what we were doing. So nothing was being somebody else sent me. At that time there was no anodizing going on, which now helps prepare that aluminum stuff. So yeah, crazy.
Wow. We came a long way, didn't we, Mike?
yeah, a lot, really. Yep. Wow. Yep. Yeah.
All right, Mark. Well, it's 9:45. I normally don't ask the guys to stay past 9:30.
Sure.
But we had such a good time.
Oh my gosh,
we always bust it up when we bump into each other at conventions or Mikey's Fest or wherever we bump into each other. So Mike, on your one last thing on your line of cleaning agents.
Yeah.
You have a super sealer now.
Yes.
You have the Tsunami. I like that
Tsunami.
Name. Yep. I like the Tsunami. That's tile and grout. Yep. You have the we already talked about the Saiger Blue and the you have the Code Red, which is preferably high pH for commercial.
Yep.
Is that correct?
It's about a 12 pH, just so you know. The Code Red's about a 12. Yeah. And the Tsunami, 13 to 14.
Wow, that's fire right there.
It's fire, man. Yeah, it's fire. Yeah.
So we got the Saiger Blue for the residential.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't
Saiger
there
Blue
one more?
The free and clear is just an unscented Saiger Sauce 1 Blue. The free and clear is just unscented and doesn't really have an odor, but it's the same cleaning formula, just without the blue color and without the lemon scent. So we've got that. We've got our deep blue rinse. Super sealer for protecting for upholstery, carpets, and tile and grout. I know that just weirds people out when they try to figure that out. It's a solvent based, fluorochemical, penetrating fluorochemical. Lots of people have been doing a lot of tests for me and sharing videos with me, and the performance has been pretty amazing. I'm even blown away by what some people are testing, going, "Oh, I wonder if we'll pass." And I do, which is great. They're sharing some very impressive videos that we don't go and post online because some of it they're doing comparisons against other products and stuff, and that's just not my gizmo. I won't do that. That's not our style. Not our style of advertising or anything.
I get you. Yeah. What was I going to say? Now, are you ever going to start a line of deodorizers?
Well, we do have the Saiger Side Lime Citron Odor Destroyer, and yes, we have been contemplating. If I do it, I'm going to do another odor destroyer possibly yet too, or like a side, which is an odor destroyer, or something that has to make contact with an odor causing agent. So you slice that odor in half so your nose doesn't pick it up. So those that don't know quite that chemistry, that's just kind of a real quick little blurb of what a side can do for an odor side type product. Is that's an odor eliminator. So yeah.
Do you remember Neilium? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Who's that now?
Neilium. Neilium. They had all of the sense of deodorizers. Neilium.
How bad is that? I can't picture it.
Okay. Well, Neilium is a brand up here in the Pennsylvania area. Anyway, it's huge.
Okay.
And they just have a scent for everything. Their baby powder and their I think it was but their baby powder was always a hit. And then they had like a fresh linen or some. Oh my God, man. Like back in the day when we used to, be all portables, we would really sell us because we had those smell goods. And we couldn't get up all the spots and stains because we couldn't keep the water hot for a minute.
Yeah. Or, sometimes as a portable, you're exhausting into the home. So whatever you hit for an odor can sometimes exhaust out the muffler. Right. So if you've got a scent that'll work in there, that'll help make it still better even when you hit that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, these were the days, I tell you.
Yeah, man, isn't that the truth? Good golly! Seriously, I've got memories flashing in my head right now, which are really great, fond memories. With my dad and my family too. But some things you just jogged some memories here tonight. Vivid memories and picture memories of things that I've done that I haven't thought about for years with them. Yeah. So pretty cool. I really thank you for that, by the way.
Hey, thank you. It's been good. Sometimes I get in here, I have to be so formal because, some of the guys are manufacturers or whatever, and they're not really cleaners. So you can't get down to the nitty gritty of going into a client's house and,
Yeah.
sharing some of the same,
Yep.
thoughts, and it's just fun to talk to you.
Oh,
And a
yeah,
couple
man.
of them, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, definitely. It's great memory lane, as well as, talking about future things.
right.
It's exciting. I mean,
Yeah.
our industry is still exciting. What there's happening out there is going to benefit people. It's going to benefit in a very positive way. Things that manufacturers are still working on to do.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited about a few things we are working on too, but I'm excited about other manufacturers I've heard about what they're working on too, and I really
Right.
do wish them luck, because again, it'll benefit this entire industry. So, and I hope they
Amen.
get really good due credit for what they're doing. Really do.
Well, that goes for you too, Mark. I mean, everybody knows if you got a screw loose in your machine, you can call Mark Saiger. He's not going to charge you a dime. Well, you used to
Yep.
didn't anyway.
Yeah. No, I'm
And
still not. No, it's not one of those. Put your credit card on the line and just no, we'll take care of you. I know that sheer panic when something breaks and you're on a job.
right,
I absolutely know, man. It's like you got to have that lifeline. So I'm
right.
just the lifeline for a lot of people, and or even new people I've never met. And no, hey, I've been there. I had people that helped me out. It's again my turn to keep giving back. So yeah.
Well, you're doing it, my friend, and we thank you so much. Everyone, A's stand for applause. I expect to see many A's in the comment box. We're going to let Mark go now. He just got back from a 3-month run. His wife is
Yep.
probably in the background saying, "Okay, Marky, let's get off this
Oh,
thing now."
she's been with me 2 of those months. So,
Oh, okay.
but we had a 3-day drive and we got some pretty sore tailbones.
Hey, Mark, thanks again. I'll
Thank
hit you
you.
up at the end of the year when you haven't been
Wonderful.
on all these long vacations, and we'll do this again. How about that, buddy?
That sounds fantastic. Thank you so much, Roger.
Thank you. All right. All right, everyone. We want to thank Mark Saiger. He's a very busy guy. He came in tonight and he talked to us. And I mean, you see, we had more fun than a little bit here because Mark's just a great guy. And you make sure you support Mark when you go to your John Don's. Every city has one, right? You make sure that if you see some Saiger salts on the shelf, when I say Saiger salt, that's Saiger blue, that's code red, that's tsunami. I like that. I'm sorry. I just like that. And he has super sealer too. You make sure you throw some of that in your cart and try it out, and then come back in these groups and you talk about it. You take videos. You support Mark Saiger because he is for the carpet cleaning revolution. You take care now. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
All right.